Hello! We are proud to announce that we released the SAWSConnector version 1.14. In this video, we are going to have a look at the major features of this update and how to use them. As always, this video has YouTube timestamps, so you can skip ahead to any point of interest. So, let's get started. The PHP 8 compatibility. PHP 8 is without a doubt a huge endeavor due to many integral changes that had to be made in the structure of the SAWSConnector. We've established the basic compatibility of all connectors with this release, but more improvements and updates are being worked on as we speak. We will keep you posted about every improvement in our newsletter. The Connector Pipeline Editor. The main components of a connector synchronization are the station, the data map and the job, and it is completely normal to hop around those three in the configuration. Over the course of the last years, we made this process more convenient by adding various shortcuts and symlinks. This time we went a step further and reworked the complete editor itself, displaying all component tabs at once. I personally recommend you to click the desired job in the ST Navigator on the left. By doing so, it will open everything you need at once, even the development editor. The to-do list. Sometimes it can be tough to know which products are still incomplete for the export, for example products that are missing images or descriptions. They are normally filtered out with a configured condition like this one. In my case, I am checking if the GTIN of a product is empty, and if so, it shall be skipped. By having this checkbox set, it will also create a to-do list entry for it. For a set to-do list, we implemented an entirely new component, accessible via the ST Navigator or the product tree. In this framework, you can edit the affected products, see by which errors they were added to the list, and export them with their according job again. Like this, you can build your own automatic quality assurance into your daily exports. The mapping status. Every row in every data map can now be marked with their state of approval, the so-called mapping status. Then, in a job, rows with a specific status can be filtered out of the export. This is especially useful if a data map is used by the productive and the test station. Because, in that case, I can mark new data map rows that shall not be productive yet as draft and filter them out of the productive exports. Once I am satisfied with my configuration, I can then mark them as approved so they are active for all stations. With this feature, there is no reason anymore to maintain separate data maps for the test and productive systems. The quality of life improvements of the jobs. The jobs have been improved in numerous ways, which I will list here. The package size and the amount of packages per process can now be set individually per job. Job editors can now be locked to signal your colleagues that it shall not be changed. Jobs that died during their execution can now be recontinued to pick themselves up where they left off. If you open a log entry, you can see the settings the job ran with and even restore those settings to the current job. And last but not least, the development editor has an improved and cleaner design, a loading bar, and can even stop a running job now. The package export to Magento via RabbitMQ. The Magento connector can now export to the Magento system via the messaging service RabbitMQ. Normally, a package with product data is sent directly to the Magento system, and the job waits for it to be processed. Instead, it can now be sent to the RabbitMQ from where the packages are requested by our Magento module. This means that multiprocessing is enabled again for the Magento connector. You can either host a RabbitMQ service yourself or contact us to do so. The Shopware 6 features. The Shopware 6 connector got updated with many features. For once, the main variant of a variant product can now be synchronized with Shopware. The property configuration was greatly improved. All properties now use one single format, which saves a lot of time in the configuration and even speeds up the export. Shopware exports, and all exports with the SD channel reader, can now be started via the right-click context in the product tree. These were only the major features of this release. To stay up to date with our updates, subscribe to our newsletter. My name is Paul, and thank you for watching.